When you hear the name Cleopatra, what pops into your mind? A seductive queen bathing in milk? A cunning lover of Julius Caesar and Mark Antony? Or maybe just Elizabeth's trailer in Eyeliner? But what if I told you most of what we think we know about Cleopatra is totally wrong? Because the real Cleopatra wasn't just about love and looks. She was a polyglot, a philosopher, a skilled strategist, and maybe, just maybe, one of the smartest rulers in ancient history. Let's dig deeper and discover who she really was. First of all, let's bust the biggest myth. Cleopatra was not Egyptian. She was actually Greek, a descendant of Ptolemy I, one of the Alexander the Great's general. The Ptolemies ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years, but none of them ever bothered to learn the local language, except Cleopatra. She was the first in her dynasty to speak Egyptian, and that's just one of the 9 languages she knew. Yup, 9. She wasn't just smart, she was crazy brilliant. Now, here's the fun part. We don't even know what she looked like. Roman coins show her with a strong nose, a sharp jaw, and very un-Hollywood features. She probably wouldn't win a beauty pageant by today's standards. But ancient sources say she had something more powerful that resonated through her charisma, voice, intelligence, and presence. Plutarch even wrote, her beauty was not in itself so remarkable, but the contact of her presence was irresistible. That's power. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. In 2023, an archaeologist claimed to have found a female body buried near the temple of Taposiris Manga, which bore facial features eerily similar to Cleopatra's profile on Roman coins. If this turns out to be true, it would be one of the biggest archaeological finds in history. And here's the twist. Cleopatra was known to have everything in her power to make sure her tomb and remains would never be found. Some accounts suggest she wanted to vanish into legend, not history. She even requested a quick burial, possibly alongside Mark Antony, before the Romans could parade her body as a trophy. When Cleopatra took the throne at just 18 years old, Egypt was in deep political and economic crisis. She wasn't just thrown into drama, she was swimming in it. Her brother tried to kill her, she got exiled. Remember? The iconic tale of Cleopatra being smuggled into Caesar's chamber rolled up inside a carpet? And what did she do? She came back with Caesar literally. That's not just flair, that's strategy. She knew exactly how to make a statement. And when Caesar was assassinated, she allied with Mark Antony, another Roman power player. They didn't just fall in love, they formed a political alliance. Together, they ruled the Eastern Mediterranean until Rome turned on them. Most of us know the Shakespeare version of how Cleopatra died. She, being heartbroken, let an asp bite her and dies a poetic death, but historians now think that's probably a myth. There's a chance she drank poison or used a toxic herbal blend, maybe even hidden in a hairpin. Why? Because she knew what Romans would do to a captured queen. She chose death on her terms like a boss. After her death, Roman propaganda kicked in hard. Writers like Augustus Caesar painted her as a temptress who ruined powerful Roman men. Why? Because history is often written by victors. So, her image was twisted from a fierce ruler to a manipulative queen. But now, centuries later, we are slowly reclaiming her story. Cleopatra was a ruler, a reformer, a master of alliances, and a woman who held her own against the might of Rome. So, who was the real Cleopatra? She she's not just a lover, she's more than the myth of seduction we have been told. She is a woman who ruled through intellect, strategy, and willpower in a world dominated by men. And if her body has truly been found, it's almost poetic, isn't it? The queen who tried to vanish has returned, not as a myth, but as a mystery begging to be understood. So, what do you think Cleopatra would look like if she were alive today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's rethink history together. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold truths. See you in the next one. This is Nexus Minds. Think, connect, and evolve.